Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez embarrassed herself on CNN with her stupid comments about the Hamas situation. I think his future is shaken, and people need to know what this man is bringing to the masses. Let's get to the bottom of this situation together.
Well, I think Attorney General James has been handling this case with tremendous skill. It's ultimately up to her determination, but it is my belief that all people should be treated equally under the law. And if that seizure of assets would be pursued to any other American, then Donald Trump should be treated the same. As far as the political implications go, I think that what we are dealing with politically is the much larger and much more grave and serious pressure of having this judgment against Donald Trump and him being in this degree of debt and the financial pressures that he is under and what he is subject to do in order to obtain those assets. I actually think that that there is risk in not seizing these assets and the open window that exists in him trying to secure these funds through other means. We've seen a lot of interesting transactions happening with Truth Social and other means, and there's a very real risk of political corruption. So again, I respect the Attorney General's discretion here, but I do think that he should be treated equally under the law.
A stupid bitch who sucks up to an equally smart member of the left. What are you talking about? She knew this whole thing was just to keep him from becoming president. Trump is a threat to democracy and its existence. They have done nothing to change anything in this country. They've been stealing our money and lying to our faces the whole time. You are hypocrites and thieves who should be put behind bars.
Has there ever been a president, Republican or Democrat, that has been subject to this level of criminal charges, indictments, and investigations? This is not about party. This is not about politics. This is about corruption and criminality. We're talking about an individual who ordered essentially a terrorist attack on the Capitol of the United States in order to retain power. That is not about being a Republican. It is not about being a Democrat. It's about being an unethical and individual who is subject and prone to criminality. And unfortunately, this is the state that we're in. And I actually think that the fact that it's happening in so many places and so many jurisdictions cuts in the face of that. This is not just New York, this is Georgia, this is federal courts as well.
Jesus, shut that mutt's mouth. She's bullshitting all the people. What kind of terrorist act? What are you talking about, you idiot? The only president? What about your favorite, Biden? For all his corrupt actions, he's been blindsided and told he's an elderly puppet who can't go to the toilet on his own. That's what people think of him.
If you want to know what an unfolding genocide looks like, open your eyes. It looks like the forced famine of 1.1 million innocents. We must write our story in this moment of what it means and who we are as Americans. And our story must be not that we were good men who did nothing.
Well, Jake, you're absolutely right. This word is extremely serious. It's one that's taken with extraordinary gravity. And to me, the threshold of intent is a high one. It is a serious one and is not one that is made lightly. However, when we look at the precipice of what is happening with a forced famine of 1.1 million Gazans, where multiple governments, NGOs, and even officials within the United States State Department have stated themselves plainly that the Israeli government and leaders in the Israeli government are intentionally denying, blocking, and slow-walking this aid and are precipitating a mass famine. I believe we have crossed the threshold of intent. It is horrific. I think it is extremely clear and it is extremely important that all people understand the difference between people and their governments, Israelis and the Israeli government, Palestinians from Hamas. But what we are seeing here, I think, with a forced famine is beyond our ability to deny or explain away. There is no targeting of Hamas in precipitating a mass famine of 1 million people, half of whom are children.
Do you realize what she's trying to push us towards, to destroy an entire people? Are you out of your mind? Keep spreading this shit around and you're gonna get a backlash. You realize people like this are fighting to put Trump in jail and think they're right. What do you think about that? Write your opinion in the comments and don't forget to watch other shocking news on the channel.